What are we here for today? We're here to mark and commemorate a great historical event that has shaped each constituent of the Allied forces for what they are today. For 4 long years, the rest of Europe was enslaved, and the world portrayed for its salvation. Normandy presented the opportunity for salvation. Obviously, no speech can be proclaimed to portray their sacrifice. Neither can we fathom their suffering and their heroism. But one thing we can do now is rededicating ourselves to the cause for which they gave an everlasting measure of devotion, dedication, and liberty. Here, the Allies stood and fought against tyranny, a giant undertaking, a showcase of unprecedented force ever represented in human history. We stand on the lonely, windswept point. Well, it's not lonely and windswept, but the air is soft and windy. But 40 years ago at this moment, the air was dense with smoke, the cries of men. The air was filled with the crack of rifle fire, the roar of cannon. At the dawn of the morning of 6 June 1944, 225 Rangers jumped off the British landing craft and ran to the bottom of these cliffs. Their mission was one of the most difficult and daring of the invasion, to climb these sheer, desolate cliffs and take out the enemy guns. The Allies had been told that some of the mightiest of these guns were here, and they would be trained on the beaches to stop the Allied advancing. The Rangers looked and saw the enemy soldiers at the edge of the cliffs, shooting down at them with machine guns and throwing grenades. And the American Rangers began to climb up with rope ladders. When one fell, another would take its place. Soon, one by one, the Rangers pulled themselves over the top, and seizing the firm land, they began to seize back the continent of Europe. 225 came here. After 2 days of fighting, only 90 could still bear arms. Gentlemen, I look at you and I think, what you may be thinking right now, thinking we're just part of a bigger effort. Everyone was brave that day. Well, everyone was. 40 summers have passed since the battle that you fought here. You were young the day you took these cliffs. Some of you were hardly more than boys, with the deepest joys of love before you. Yet you risked everything here. Why? Why did you do it? What impelled and compelled you to put aside the instinct of self-preservation and risk your lives to take these cliffs? What inspired all the men of arms that met here? We look at you and we look at you. Somehow we know the answer. It was loyalty and love. The faith drove the men of Normandy to think what they were doing was right. Faith that they fought for all humanity. Faith that if just God would grant them mercy on this beach head or on the next. It was a deep knowledge, and pray God have not lost it. There's a profound moral difference between the use of force for liberation and the use of force for conquest. We all knew that some things are worth dying for. Most countries weren't dying for. And democracy is worth dying for because it's the most deeply honorable form of government ever devised by man. All you love liberty. All you are willing to fight tyranny. And you, the people of your countries, were behind you. The Americans who fought here that morning knew word of the invasion was spreading through the darkness back home. They fought and felt in their hearts, though they couldn't. Though, in fact, that in Georgia they were filling the churches at 4 a.m. In Kansas they were kneeling on their porches and praying, and in Philadelphia they were ringing the Liberty Bell. Loyalties, traditions, beliefs bound us today and bounded them 40 years ago. We are bound by reality. The strength of America's allies is vital to the United States, and the American security guarantee is essential to continue freedom of Europe's democracies. we are here with you then. We are with you now. Your hopes are our hopes. Your destiny is our destiny. And your vision is our vision. Yet again, we are here today once more to reaffirm and to be strengthened by their courage, heartened, or to be strengthened by your courage, heartened, and emotionally affected by the valor and be engulfed by